So another example. Well, let's make it more interesting. These are easy. Well, here question says solve the following. We have 2 times 3 to some exponent like 2t minus 5, and it is minus 4 equals to 11. Well, it's pretty much complicated. What should I do? Our goal is to isolate the exponent on one side. This is our goal. So let us write it step by step. Our goal is to isolate t on one side. So step by step, we're going to isolate this exponent and eventually t on one side. The very first thing you should do is to get rid of this negative 4. Add 4 to both sides. So what do we get? We get 2 times 3 to 2t minus 5 equals to 11 plus 4, which is 15. Well, now get rid of the coefficient. Divide by 2. So dividing by 2, I get, these two cancel out. 3 raised to 2t minus 5 becomes 7.5. What's next? Here I have 3 to this exponent equals to a number. Now you take log with base 3 of both sides. Take log with base 3 of both sides. So log with base 3, log with base 3. Okay, I'm going to copy this guy down here. I have 3 raised to 2t minus 5 equals to log with base 3 of 7.5. For this guy, I have to use a calculator. I don't have any other choice. Well, what about this guy? Guys, I have an exponent. This is my exponent. I can take this exponent and write it in front of log. Let me do that. I have 2t minus 5. Hey, look what happens. I end up with log with base 3 of the same quantity. And on the right-hand side, I have to use a calculator to calculate whatever this guy is. I have no idea what this number is. Log of any quantity with the same base is always 1. So this guy becomes 1. So what's left? I have 2t minus 5 equals to log with base 3 of 7.5. Log with base 3 of 7.5. Now I'm going to add 5 to both sides. My goal is to isolate t step by step. Add 5. Okay, if I add 5, I left with 2t equals to 5 plus this number, whatever it is. I have to use a calculator. Log with base 3 of 7.5. Now divide by 2. Divide by 2. Okay, if I divide by 2, what do I get? I get t equals to a half 5 plus log with base 3 of 7.5. You have to use your calculator. We don't have any other choice. And t becomes approximately 3.417. This is t, the approximation for t. Give us another example. Sure. Question says, solve the following. You have 2 times log with basis 5 of 3x equals to 4. Okay, what is our goal? Our goal is to solve this equation. What's the meaning of that? Our goal is to isolate x somehow. So this is our goal. Our goal is to isolate x. Okay, to isolate x, this is log, and it has a number in front of it. First, get rid of this coefficient. So divide by 2. Okay, I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Since I have equality between these two, I have to do the same thing for both sides. 2 and 2 cancel out. So what's left? I have log with base 5 of the quantity 3x equals to 2. Now, how to get rid of log? To get rid of log, we use the log property. Get rid of log by using, if you have log with any basis, in this case, the basis is 5, of your box equals to another quantity, pink. It says, hey, my box, blue box, is equal to 5 to the pink quantity. Okay, let us follow. My box is 3x. It will be equal to 5 to the pink. So this is my 3x, which is my blue box, and 2 is my pink circle, pink quantity. So 3x is equal to 5 raised to 2. Guys, note that we use the property for log to get rid of log. I started by having log, and I ended up with something that has no log in it. It became exponential. From log to the exponential form. Okay, what's next? My whole goal is to isolate x. Always write down what your goal is. Okay, I somehow try to isolate x, but I have a 3 in front of it. Divide by 3. 3 is multiplied by x. The opposite operation is division. So divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. 3 and 3 cancel out. You're left with x equals to 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. You get 25 divided by 3. So we found the solution. This is the solution of the above equation. Let us solve another equation for you. Step by step, show how it works. Question says, well, solve this guy. I have log with base 6 of 3x plus 14 minus log with base 6 of 5 equals to log with base 6 of 2x. Wow, I have a lot of logs here. Common mistake. Oh God, common mistake. Common mistake is students start canceling out these logs. Common mistake. It's a no-no. They say, hey, log with base 6 of 3x plus 14 minus log with base 6 of 5 is equal to log with base 6 of 2x. So I can cancel out log, and then what else I have? I have 3x plus 14 minus 5 equals to 2x, and then bring this guy to the other side. X is equal to, well, negative 9. This is my solution. Guys, it's a common mistake. If you have 1, 2, 3 logs, you cannot cancel them out. It's a no, no. Well, what should we do then? For this, you have to, your goal is to have one log on the left 1 log on the right. So this is your goal. The goal is to have log with base 6 of a quantity equals to log with base 6 of another quantity. Then you're allowed to cancel out the logs. So this is my goal. My goal is to have just 1 log on the left, 1 log on the right. If it's 3 logs, I'm not allowed to cancel them out. It's a common mistake. Okay, so what should I do? Remember, you have subtraction between 2 logs. It becomes division. So these 2 logs, you can combine them together as a log with the same base 6 and the division 3x plus 14 divided by 5. On the right hand side, just copy down whatever it is, log with base 6 of 2x. Now cancel out logs. Cancel the logs. Okay, let me cancel out the logs. Log with base 6, log with base 6. These two can cancel out. What's left? I have a rational expression, 3x plus 14 divided by 5 equals to a linear expression. How do I solve this? Multiply everything by 5. Left-hand side and right-hand side. Multiply by 5. So if I multiply this guy by 5, 5 and 5 cancel out. So I'm going to write down the whole thing, not missing any step. You cancel out 5 and 5. What's left? 3x plus 14 is left. 3x plus 14. On the right hand side, I left with 10x. We can subtract 3x. Subtract 3x. 14 is equal to 7x. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. Okay, if I divide by 7, my x is 2. Wow, I found a possible solution for this equation. This is the solution for the equation above.